Hello guys, so let's understand today's question. Okay, so this is expert Honda and you're watching on YouTube. So let's see today Leetcode question. So today we have longest palindrome subsequence Leetcode 516 Leetcode question, and so let's read the question and we'll do the solution. Okay, so we have given a string s, right, and we have to find the longest palindrome subsequence. We have to find the longest palindrome subsequence of length s, right? So we have given s and we have to find the longest substring in s. Okay, and a subsequence is a sequence. A subsequence is a sequence that can be derived from you can say sequence by deleting some or no element without changing the order of the remaining element. Got it? So if we'll talk about this example, right, we have what? B, 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 A, B, right? 3B and 1 AB we have, right? So it is saying that one possible longest substring is what? 4 times B, right? If I'll delete this A, so it will become what? B, 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 or one more B, right? Because A we have deleted, right? That's why it become the longest one. I think you got me. Okay, second we have is s is equal to CBBD, right? So if we will delete this one and this one, so the longest will be this one, right? So that's why we are getting here what? Length is 4 and here we are getting 2 and the output is matching, right? So as you can see, I think you got it. And if we'll talk about the constant, the s dot length is can be greater than or equal to 1 and less than 1000, and s consists of only the lowercase English letter, right? So once we are doing the comparisons, right, you can think about this one. Okay, so if you'll talk about this application, right, this problem, right, we have given a string s, right, and our task is to find the longest palindrome subsequence of length in s, right? So there is multiple approach, right, that we will follow. Okay, and this question is very important because this question has been asked by all the FANG companies like Amazon, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, right? All the companies have asked these questions. Okay, and this question is based on you can say dynamic programming. So make sure that this question is asked by this interviewers, right? So it's very important before appearing in the interview, right? So if you do the hands-on, after that you can do the hands-on of these questions, right? If you want the like linked, let me know, otherwise you can find the link on the Leetcode. Okay, so let's go to here. So there are multiple solutions, right? So in these solutions, right, there is the first approach is recursive dynamic programming, right, and time complexity O(n) square, and we have another approach to iterative dynamic programming, right? This may it both have the time complexity O(n) square and space complexity O(n) square. So the third approach we have is the dynamic programming with the space optimization solution, right? It means the space is O(n) only, not O(n) square, right? So last two we are getting the space complexity O(n) square, but here we will get O of n. Okay, so if we are talking about the recursive dynamic programming, right? So I think you already aware of the dynamic programming, right? If not, you can do little Google hands-on, right? You will understand. Okay, so this approach is to solve the problem, is to generate all the subsequences of the given string, and we have to find the longest palindrome string among all the generated strings, right? So there are total you can say if you talk about the possible string, right? So 2 to the power n, right, of a given string, where n denotes the length of the given string, right? And we can use the recursion to generate all the possible string, right? And you know the recursion, right? So if the first and the last characters are same, right, both characters are guaranteed to be considered in the final program palindrome, right? Final palindrome. So as a result, we add to our answer variable recursively, remove the first and the last characters from the remaining substring. So if the first and the last characters aren't not same, right? Let's suppose if I'll talk about a b b a, right? So if this and this, Okay, so the first and the last character are same, so both characters are guaranteed to be considered in the final palindrome, right? So as a result, we add 2 to our answer variable and recursively remove the first and the last characters from the remaining substring, right? If we'll find any remaining substring, we will remove from there. So if the first and the last characters aren't the same, they cannot both occur in the first palindrome, correct? So as a result, we recurse over the first substring, removing the first, and the also the recursive over the substring, removing the last character, you can say. So as we want to go to the longest palindrome subsequence, right, we will pick the maximum out of both of these, right? So to perform this recursive call, right, we will use that pointer I and j we will use to do the recursive, right? Where I is the index of the first character and j is the index of the last character, right? And to perform the string s that are being considered, as a result, what will happen? The recursive relations can be written as, let's suppose, if we will write if I'll write if s at what I, okay, equal to s at j, right? Then what will happen? We can say our answer is what? 2 plus longest palindrome subsequence of I plus 1 minus j minus 1. Okay, like this we can do. Longest palindrome, we can take I plus 1 and j minus 1, right? And we have to do 2 plus. Okay, else if this is not the case, then what we will do? We'll take a maximum answer if we have the answer, right? So we'll perform answer equal to what? Max of what? LPS will take I j minus 1 and another will take LPS, right? And will take I plus 1 and another is j. Got it? So which one is coming max, that we can take. Okay, so actually this is only for the recursion. We use 2 pointer I and j, where I is the index of the first character and j is the index of the last character, and we have to form the substring substring s of s that is being considered right here. So as a result, what will happen? The recursive relation can be, we can write like this, if both are same, right? Then what will happen? Sorry, if both are same, then this will happen 2 plus LPS this one, or otherwise max between this and this. Okay, I think you got me. Okay, so let's understand the recursive program, right? How we'll do the implementation, right? So there is multiple ways in which we can what we'll do, we can implement this one, right? But the recursive solution is actually very easy. Okay, it looks a little lengthy, but it's easy. So if anyone going to perform let's suppose LPS, okay, and there is one is, let's suppose the starting index I is 0 and another is what, the last index, we can say n minus 1. Okay, we have, at that time what will happen? Either you will go to choose what, 2 plus LPS is nothing but longest possible substring, right? We have understand 2 plus LPS, what, first will take 1, another is n minus 2, correct? We have already n minus 1, right? Now what will happen? Either we will go this one or we will take max, you know. So in the when we are taking max time, we will have 2 things we have, right? First we'll take LPS, another it will drop 0, another will take what, n minus 2, right? And here another will take what, we take LPS and we'll take what, this is 1, 0 and 1, because 1 will increment, and here n minus 1 will do 1 minus 1 also here, right? N plus 1, n minus 1, like this. So in this way what will happen? We will move similarly, we'll go one for the LPS, one for the max, right? We'll go for 1 for LPS, 1 for the max, 2 plus, right? 2 plus will do LPS, and here we will take max like this, like we have taken here, right, already. Similarly we'll do 2 plus, and here we'll take max. So what will happen? Some some of the things we have already calculated in the recursive calls, right? I think you got me. Okay, if you have any doubt, let me know here. So first of all, what will happen? Let's understand here. First of all, we will take string s, then we'll take matrix matrix memory, right? And we'll take one recursive call for the string and a starting index and ending index, right? I and j you can say, and the memory matrix. Three things will take. Now what will happen after calculating this one, we will return our length, right? How we'll do? So as you can see, we are returning what return type is int, so it will return int here. Okay, and then we are this is nothing but our string I, j and matrix memory. Okay, so first we'll take, if matrix memory not equal to 0, we'll return from here only, and if I is greater than 0, we will return 0. If I equal to j, we will return 1. If both characters are same, right, I and j, then what will happen, we have a chance of making what 2 plus, right? 2 plus, this is nothing but our LPS, right? This is nothing but our LPS of I plus 1 and j minus 1 we have to take, right? That we have already seen. Okay, what have we to seen? We have taken what LPS, right? And we have taken what 1 0 and n minus 1 I and j, right? Then what we have to do, we will go either 2 plus LPS, right? And then its value is what either we'll take 1, right, and n minus 2, and here we'll take what max of these two, right? That thing. So this part we have implemented here, right? As you can see. Now for the max part, what we'll have to take, we will take max here, math.max will take, and the first will take this one and another will take this one, I plus 1 and j and I j minus 1, as you can see. Okay, and we will return here what matrix I and j. I think you got it. If you have any doubt, please ping me in the comment box. I'll definitely help you there. Okay, so this way we will do the implementation of the recursive call. You don't have to worry about much, right? Only you have to focus. If I and j are equal, then we will take what 2 plus I plus 1 and j minus 1. If not, then we'll take what max of I plus 1 j and I j minus 1, just all, and then what will come the max, that will you have to return here. Okay, so this will take time complexity O n square and space complexity also of n square, because we are taking matrix matrix what memory matrix n into n square, right? So we are storing also and we are traversing also. Now coming back to the iterative approach, right? So this approach is also very important, because say if we already aware with the recursive, right? So programmer may ask you the another approach. You can say I can implement this was iterative dynamic programming approach, right? So here we used memorization in the preceding approach to store the answer, right, to the sub problem in order to solve a larger problem, right? So we can also use a bottom-up approach to solve the such problems without using the recursion, and we will build answer to the sub problem you can say iteratively. So first, right, when we will use to build answer to the large problems, right? So what will happen, using the same problems as before, we will create 2D array dp, and where dp of I and j contains the answer of the longest palindrome subsequence of the palindrome, forming what I and j in the string that we have already seen, right? So here what we will do, we are creating one dp, right? And this dp matrix will take what dp of I and j and will store it what a value, right? So initially we are taking here what 1, right? But what will happen, dp of I and j, this will contains what answer of the longest palindrome subsequence of the substring, that is formed by what I and j in the string. Okay, so our answer would be what dp of 0, right? And the length what we can say n minus 1, right? Whatever will come, that we will return here, right? So to do that, what we have to do, we have to perform first thing, right? Let me write here. So if a string have I and j equal to what s of j, that we have already seen, right? Then what we will do, we will perform that let's suppose we'll take a dp matrix, right? We will take a dp matrix, and what will happen, this dp matrix will take I and j, correct? Sorry, I and j. So this I and j will take what 2 plus dp matrix dpm, and will take what I plus 1, and another will take what j minus 1. Similarly will take, otherwise what will happen to, otherwise what we'll do, we'll take a max of what dp at I and j minus 1, and other will take what dpm dpm what dp matrix, right? What I plus 1, another will j. That previously we have seen, right? Like that we will do. So first of all we'll come here, right? We'll check if this is we can say both characters are same, right? Then what we'll do, dp matrix I plus 1 and j minus 1, okay, and we'll do 2 plus, okay. So 2 plus means this, otherwise what will happen, we'll take max of dp matrix I plus 1 j and dp matrix I and j minus 1. This is very simple and easy way, right? And then what will happen, so this is the character, right, where dp of I and j contains all the longest palindrome of subsequence that form, right, using the I and j. So here is our answer, that is dp of 0 and n minus 1, where n is the size of s, right? So s dot length will get the n and minus 1. That is our answer, okay. As you can see, we are taking dp matrix, right? So what will happen, time complexity is also O(n) square, that we have already seen, and space complexity is also of n square, okay, because we are storing also and we are traversing also, right? So I think you got me. If you any doubt, please ping me in the comment box, right? I'll definitely help you there for this approach also, okay. Now we will understand about the dynamic programming with the space optimization approach, right? So here we have already seen that we will take if both characters are same, right, s at I and s at what j, both are same, right? So we will do what, we will store on the dp matrix what 2 plus dp will go, dp of I plus 1 and j minus 1, right? We have already understood, right? And if not, then what will happen, we will take matrix of what I and j minus 1 and I plus 1 and j, matrix of this and matrix of this, right? We will write here which one is called max, that will come into what, into the dp of the respective I and j, okay. So first initially we'll take we have taken two things, first dp matrix and dp matrix previous, right? So first we'll take dp I equal to what, 1, because we are not taking 2d matrix now, we are taking 1d. So that what we will have to do, first dp of I will take 1, and then we'll do what, if the characters are same, then the previous we can get from here the previous dp value we can get, and we'll do just what, plus 2, okay. So this will work as here as we have done, right? 2 plus dp I minus 1 and j minus 1. So that's why I will add, this is nothing but a j, and at this j will do what, previous one j minus 1, and we'll store there. Similarly if not means, in otherwise we'll take the max of dp of j and j minus 1, which one is come max, that we have to store what, where, dp at matrix. So this will our previous dp dp at j, that is your previous, and dp matrix j minus 1 is from the dp matrix j minus 1, okay. And then we will update our dp matrix this time. Finally what we'll have to do, we have to clone dp matrix into dp previous, right? So you will have all the data into dp matrix also, and finally we will return our what, dp matrix n minus 1, okay. So in this approach what we are actually doing we have taken two array, okay. First we can say dp matrix, okay, and another we have taken dp previous, right? So each time what we are doing actually, if the character are same, right, if character are same, then what we are doing, we are checking the value from here, right? If value is anything in the from the previous, right? So if the value from here at j minus 1, okay, at j minus 1, whatever the data will have, just we will add plus 2, because see, let's suppose we have a b b a, right? It means we have a and a both are same, right? This is I and this is j. It means if j doesn't in the previous one, right, at dp at j minus 1, in the last element, right, we have some element, right, and that element is nothing but what, same, you can say. So what we are doing, we'll take the value, that value, and we'll do that value plus 2. If initially it is 0, value will be dp matrix j is 2 now, okay. Similarly now what we'll do, if not that is the case, so which one is max, right? Either dp previous j, the last value, or either dp matrix j minus 1, the last value. Which one is max, that will come into our dp matrix, right? And similarly we are cloning this one and we are returning here. So for both of these what we'll have to do, we have both you can say we are traversing here, and in this case we are not taking 2D, we are taking 1D. So O of n, it will go for the matrix that we are taking. Okay, so that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please like, subscribe, so that I will upload daily on we are uploading daily basis, right, the Leetcode question. And please subscribe for more videos like this, and please watch daily. Thank you so much.